The TTC KOMs, one of the best magnetic switches stability and feeling wise. But recently the same company just released these new switches that is also very stable and feels amazing, if not better than the TTC KOMs. But they also sound amazing? Let's go and check them out. So yeah, as you can see from the title, these are the TTC full POM Dragon Lord HE magnetic switches. I gave you guys a little sound test earlier and I think they do sound pretty decent. No problems with that. Closed bottom. They also have these ventilation holes. I'm pretty sure we also saw a little bit of lube inside when we opened it up, as you saw earlier. But yeah, they do feel pretty nice, pretty smooth. Not as smooth as something like the Jade Bros or TTC Elf Kings, but I still think they are pretty smooth feeling. They are very stable, minimal wiggle, wobble. Love that. Here's more specs. Now these Dragon Lord switches also have pretty long springs, 20mm, pretty similar to the TTC KOMs. And I really like that feeling, especially comparing it to something like a 14mm spring switch. They don't feel as aggressive on the up and the bounce. And I really like how they feel like these longer springs. And despite that aggressive bounce or up, it still feels pretty light. It does have an initial force of around 35 GF. Pretty light. I have no problems with that. Now I'm pretty sure I got the 90 pieces and I already installed some of them over here on the MCHOS Mix 87. Now originally this keyboard came in with the Apollo magnetic switches over here and they're also pretty decent. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a little sound test comparison between these two and some more well-known magnetic switches like TTC Elf Kings, TTC KOMs, and some OLED TI magnetic switches. Oh yeah, of course, can't forget about the Jade Pros. Now, what do you think about that? Now, sound can totally be personal preference, but personally, I really like how the TTC Elf Kings and TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches sounded the most, as well as the OLED TIs actually. Like on this keyboard at least, they kind of have a deep, kind of thocky sound. My favorite feeling though is definitely the TTC Dragon Lord or the TTC KOMs, because they are again have longer springs, so I really like that bounce. They're probably also two of the most stable switches on this lineup as well, because of that, you know, box-like structure. So when you're pressing it, it doesn't really wiggle much, and yeah, it doesn't happen over here. Very, very stable. And before pressing it as well, they are amazing stability-wise. So yeah, definitely good for very sensitive settings. But despite the TTC KOM and Dragon Lord switches feeling amazing and very stable, I think the Dragon Lord just sounds so much better again over here. So yeah, if you want great sounds and also great feeling, performance, stability, then these TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches is gonna be an amazing option for you. But before I actually recommend this and give you my final opinions, let's go ahead and game with these switches.
Wait, smoke, hello? What the?
My turn.
What's over? Wait. Close. Backside. What?
Target down. Gotcha fun. My turn.
Many. One here. Two here. Can you flash both? Can you flash both?
Two side. I flash.
Oh, you flashed three!
One enemy remaining.
Oh!
No chance. You want a one-way there?
Ah, yeah.
2A.
I want D-Mark.
Not 2A. Careful mid.
enemy remaining.
Okay.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Oh.
I'm not.
So after playing and testing with the TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches, here's my experience so far. Now they did work as expected, didn't hold me back when I was gaming, very stable, I had no problems or accidental activations with very sensitive settings. I also think they sound very decent and very good in some keyboards. I mean, I think the keyboard also has a part to play in making the switches sound good in them. So yeah, some switches might not sound the best in some magnetic keyboards. I think these TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches though will fit a lot of keyboards, like literally, because they do have that centralized magnet design, but also sound-wise. Now again, this can totally be personal preference and I'm not hating on the TTC KOMs, but I think they sound much better, these new TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches, compared to the KOMs. But yeah, I didn't really encounter any issues with the TTC Dragon Lord magnetic switches. The RGB does shine brightly through them, very stable and sounds good. Now talking about sounds though, I think they can sound even better. Now we did open up the switch earlier and we did see some lube inside, but it's not really well spread from what I see and from what I hear. Like I can also say that because I hand lubed some of these TTC Dragon Lord switches and they sound better and less rattly. Yeah, I think that's one of the only things I would comment on, and I think they can definitely improve on the lubing job. Like they did such an amazing job lubing these TTC Elf King magnetic switches, and I think that's also one of the part why I really like this. These guys are probably one of my most favorite sounding TTC magnetic switches at the moment. So if they can do that here, considering how good they already sound without that, they will sound even better. Now if ever you get these switches though, do I think it's a requirement that you open them up, hand lube them? Well, not really. As I mentioned, they already sound good, but if you want them to sound better, yes, you can go ahead and open them up and lube them. But if you're not gonna listen like closely, you might not even notice the difference. So yeah, not really a big deal. Now to answer the question, would I recommend them? Do I think they're worth it? Well, yes, I would recommend them. Yes, I think they're worth it for the right people. Now at the moment of filming this video, you can get them for as low as around $0.8 per piece if you get at least 90 pieces and with my discount code MIGSS. Now that's not really cheap. They're more expensive than Jade Pros, All-Up TIs, TTC Elf Kings, of course. Now yes, those switches probably won't be as stable as these TTC Dragon Lord switches, except maybe the KOMs, because those are also pretty stable. But is stability really that much of a priority for you? If it is, then yes, then go for it. I think it is worth it for you. I would recommend it for you. But if sound is kind of your priority, again, can totally be personal preference. Then if you like these sounds, then go for them. You heard the sound tests. But if you didn't really like the sound, or you'd prefer to save a bit more dollars and you don't really have the budget for these, then not gonna lie, these TTC Elf King magnetic switches will be better value for you, and they can sound better for some when comparing to the TTC Dragon Lord switches. So in summary, I think if your priority is stability, performance, a good bouncy feeling because of the longer springs, and most importantly, if you liked the sound of these switches, then yeah, I would recommend the Dragon Lord magnetic switches to you. Anyways, if you're interested, I'll be putting these switches, first link in the description, as well as these guys if you're interested. And again, you can use discount code MIGSS for the whole TTC store. It would give you some discount and it would support me a lot as well, so I would really appreciate it. Those links down there will also be my affiliate links, so it would really support me a lot if you use those links when buying anything in the description. And the little disclaimer, these TTC Dragon Lord switches are sent to me by TTC, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about these switches are all my honest opinions and review. But yeah, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.